update today. Today on menu we have brake discs and brake pads. Here you can see how they look. I will take tool to measure them. If they are 8 millimeters or less, you should replace them. But this is clearly the gap, and I think they are fine for replacement. I will put the same brand as I have on another Roadster. It's Zimmermann or Zimmermann. They are drilled, and you can see how they look after, let's say, around 30,000 kilometers. Let me show you. They are like brand new. We will take the tools, jack, and we will start with the brake job. One thing that I want to do before replacing the brakes is to check brake fluid with this brake fluid tester. As you can see, there is percentage telling you how much water is inside brake fluid. Of course, you don't want to have water inside, but over time it will happen. Anyhow, we will bleed the brakes and do the test on them. Let's open the front. Let's remove this trunk. Let's remove all these bolts. Once trunk is out, we can approach this brake fluid reservoir and just open it. You can see here somebody tried to clean it. I will take the tool and measure it. Okay, now we will check how much water we have inside. So far it's good, which means that somebody replaced, but anyhow we will replace as well. Okay guys, some of the tools that we're gonna use for changing discs and brake pads are T30 screwdriver, 13mm spanner, 17mm spanner. We will have 15mm socket to remove the wheel, an E18 socket. This is for removal of calipers. Of course, jack up, and I will use some wood just to secure the car. Okay. Here we have measurement tool to check the thickness of the caliper, and I'm not able to fully measure. Okay, now it's, you see, 7.7, and there is even more. If you check further, I can even squeeze more, but I'm not able due to this corner, but it's way below 8 millimeters, which is not good and should be replaced. So here we have two bolts. In fact, it's one bolt. So we are using 13 millimeters, and you see that this part is spinning, and we have to use 17 in order to keep it blocked. Okay. Okay, basically now we have this part free. Basically you have on this side two bolts. This down below you don't need to remove. It can stay like this. Okay, I push piston back inside. So now it's free to move. And now we can take the pads out. You simply just take it. This is from Bosch. And on back side you see you have one with this metal pin. So here we have comparison of new pads with old one, and just for the reference I will now measure the thickness of the new one. Here is 15.1 and old one it's 12.1. Let's check one which is back, 14.7, and here we have 12.3. So it's like 2 millimeters difference. Okay, let me show you how to remove the calipers from the car. Basically you have two bolts that are behind. I don't know if you are able to see it. One it's here and one it's here. So we need to remove them in order to get caliper out. So in order to remove bolts like that, we are using E18.
Okay, pause. No.
So I took lower one first. Once we put it back, it should be on 115 Newton meters torqued. The top one is out, so the caliper is also out. Now what you can do is put the zip tie over here and just make it tight on the top of the spring, so brake line is not pushed too much down. That's it. Now we can approach brake disc. We have to remove this bolt. Wish me luck. So I took opportunity and cleaned a little bit all around front wheel arch with this wheel cleaner from Sonax. I will also use this opportunity to clean the wheels from inside. Just let this to work. I'm gonna use the brush just to help dissolve all this dirt that is all around the wheel. Let's check it after first pass. For removal of the disc you need T30. Just keep it by hand. Okay, luckily this one is not stuck. It's basically just holding in place the disc. Of course, this one is stuck. I will go for a hammer and I will try to remove it. Take the hammer and just, okay, you can see, and it's free. This is how it looks. So this is a front bearing. It's okay for the moment. This is a guard, like brake guard, and here behind you can see the small pin This is sensor for ABS together with this like gear. Protection. This way it will be much easier to lift next time the disc because it won't stuck. Okay, make sure to align this hole with this one so it will be much easier for installation. That's it. Let's secure it. And just make it straight. You don't need to over tight this. And that's it. Okay, now it's time to put caliper back in place. Just make sure that when you turn disc like this, it's straight. Anyhow, later on when we put the bolts, they will keep it in place for sure. Okay, and now it's time to put it back in place, same way as we took it out. So calipers back in place. Now we need to retie them to 150 Newton meters. That's it. Okay, so we put copper on both sides, outer sides of course, and how it goes, basically one with the clip is going on the back. You place it just like this. It has like slot. You keep it and you do the same with the forward one. You can see how they came together. So now you push this upper part together. One important thing you can see here, both of these clips should be inside. They cannot be outside. If they are outside, that is not correct. So I will press it and then I will add this screw. Okay, so we will tighten up to 35 Newton meters this bolt, and this is a new look. Let me show you another side, which I believe is even worse. Look at the state of disc. Look at that gap. It was pretty hard to take off the wheel, so let's clean everything and let's change it. This is the state of brake cylinder. Look at the rubber. So I don't have spare one. Anyhow, car won't be driven, so I will order new one and I will show you also how to replace it. But for sure this one is for change. So guys, on this side we have an issue. I cannot take out this screw. I will spray some penetration oil. I believe same will be for the disc. So I will spray like this and let it settle for a few minutes. And this is what happened when this small bolt, I mean screw, stuck inside. You have also disc stuck and then you need to drill. And my dear people, this is it. Brakes installed. Make sure to use brake cleaner to remove any grease from them. I just want to thank to Zimmermann for sponsoring this video. Thank you for discs and brakes. As I said, they looks like brand new even after 30,000 kilometers, and I think they are best option for the smart car. Let me show you another side. This is how it looks. So before you go anywhere with your car, after dealing with the brakes, just make sure to pump your brake pedal a few times. But first you need to start the car. Okay, this is something else. Okay, and now the brake pedal is fine. Also make sure that level it's okay inside. For the bleeding brakes, here is the kit, repair kit for the cylinder. Now regarding upgrade, let's see what is in help package. Okay, let's top up once again. This is how oil is looking.